Howdy folks, and welcome back to Arcane. Today we're going to be watching Season 2, Episode 2, which is titled Watch It All Burn. And with a title like that, I have to assume that Jinx is going to show up at some point. But I also want to see Echo. He is still in the intro of the show, meaning he's probably going to play a big role. I know I said at the very beginning of Episode 1 last time, I hope Mama Medarda plays a big role in this one. Lo and behold, she is featured in the intro, and I feel like really only the biggest of the big characters kind of get that treatment. I did not notice Heimerdinger in the intro to Season 2, so maybe he's going to play a much more diminished role now that he's kind of had his big plot stuff happen in Season 1. Maybe he's just going to be a purely supporting character. Don't know what they're planning to do with him. But hey, we'll see. Also, members of the new squad. I'm sure they didn't want to spoil any new characters showing up here. What would be really crazy is if they have different intros for like Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3 to kind of highlight, characters coming in or leaving the story, depending on how things go. But we were introduced to a couple new characters, one of which I think her name was Maddie. The girl who met Vi out in the streets when she had her drunken escapades with Loris, I came to find out his name was. Pretty sure. The big guy with a big shield. I always love me a character with a shield as kind of their primary weapon. Think Steven Universe, love that kid. Captain America, fine, but he's no Steven Universe. And I know there's people who play like the Dark Souls games with like dual great shields. So hey, it's just an archetype that's really good. The big, strong dude with like a big shield. I kind of dig it. And I did not get the name of the fifth member of the group because there's Caitlyn, Vi, Maddie, Loris, fifth guy. I did not get that name. Maybe this time. My apologies if they gave it. I'm just bad with names in general, but I had to look up who the big guy's name was just because he was, somebody I liked, and I could be getting the other girl's name wrong, Maddie. I think I'm gonna keep calling her that even if it's wrong. But regardless, I'm excited to see what this season has, or what this episode has in store for us. Let us scooch over here as I take this opportunity to thank you for watching this video. As I'm recording this, the first episode has not hit the main feed yet, so thank you to those of you who watched it. Hopefully it was a good one for me. Hope it was a banger for the channel, and I'm going to keep doing these weekly. So hey, if you're new here, go back and watch the last one. Go back and watch Season 1 if you want. Those reactions aren't as good, like I said last time, but they are available to you should you want to watch them. If you want to catch these uncut, unedited, Season 2 is over on the Patreon. By the time you're seeing this on the main feed, Episode 3 definitely, I'm willing to bet. But everything else, maybe Episode 4, no guarantees. I have a lot of editing to do to finish up Hilda, and Adventure Time is still going on. But hey, if you want to support the channel a little further, get these uncut, unedited, because these are very, very dense episodes. Head over to that link in the description. But other than that, I'm just glad that you're here watching on YouTube. Leave a like on the video, leave a comment, let me know what you thought of this episode, of the reaction, fake spoilers, anything you want to tell me. With all that out the way, shorter intro than last time, let us start up Arcane Season 2, Episode 2. Watch It All Burn. Starting up in 3, 2, 1, go. And I mentioned last time that my wife had already watched Episode 1 before I did. She's actually watching it right now in the other room. So we're kind of watching it together but separate. So
well, it's all going to shit.
Yeah, it is. That's Jinx's voice, right?
Warring for control of the lanes.
Oh.
Just like when Vander shoved off.
Man.
Except this time, you aren't here to put it all back together.
'Cause I killed you.
How could someone put all those holes in you?
I wonder who it could have been. Surely not me. Also, I was gonna say, like, once I heard the voice and I saw her floating there,
fix anything.
Didn't realize that, she was essentially laying him to rest down there. Given that was his kind of motif throughout all of Season 1. Very, very fitting way to lay him to rest.
What am I supposed to do with that?
The voice is quieted, she said. It's very different for her, actually. She's not used to the peace. Yeah. I do feel for her losing him. Even though, like, watching it again, it was kind of gross, shades of grooming, kind of, but it was still, like, he cared for her like a daughter, man. Even to the end, I never would have given you to them. Still such a powerful line.
Have you had enough?
Oh, is she gonna start hearing his voice? Yo, if she starts seeing like specters of him in the background, ooh, that's gonna be insane. Okay, so now that we get the intro again, now that I've kind of analyzed it, I'm just gonna kind of look at the see if I can tell anything from the actual visuals. So a couple things here that I'm noticing. Just to pause right here before the episode proper starts after the intro. Just a couple things. Caitlin kind of covering her face and the shadows of her fingers making a crown in the background. Maybe her now, you know, she's making her play for power now that she's been passed down the key to her family. Heavy is the crown, right? She's taking on all this burden herself, thinking she can fix it and everything. But she seemed also very kind of shocked, surprised to see the crown there or whatever. Meanwhile, Mel Medarda, we see her kind of in the same seat that her mother was in. So I'm wondering if Mama Medarda is going to die this season. That's just kind of a subtle way to hint at it. Because before we see Mama Medarda, you know, chilling, laying back with like a glass of wine or something. And then later in the intro, we see Mel there with the rose that she has left behind, the black rose or whatever. And she looks kind of like unsure what to do, kind of. A little upset. She kind of screams at the camera a little bit. Just a couple things I picked up on. And then Viktor kind of raising the mask to his face. I have looked up what Viktor looks like in League of Legends. Totally different from season 1. He's like all steampunky, like armor kind of. And so I'm wondering if he's going to make that transition here. But him in the hex core carbonite, as it were, all we really can see of him is his face. Yet in the intro, he is taking and he is covering up his face. The one thing that we can actually see of him currently in the show, which I don't know if that means anything, but it's, you know, an interesting visual kind of thing that they have going on there. That's what I picked up from this watch of the intro. Still sad that Heimerdinger's not in it, though I don't really want to see a scantily clad Heimerdinger kind of like showing his stuff, right? Let's continue with the episode. Ooh. An actual flashback? Even if it's for only for this episode, it's still like cool to see him again. Oh, one by one they all went down, right? Okay, so this guy we've never seen. That guy we've never seen. Yeah, it's got to be absolute chaos down there, huh? Also, the line in the song, "Get the fuck out of my head." Her hearing all the voices and everything. Ooh. Because I'm already dead inside. It'd be interesting to see what's going on in the lanes, like more so than just this kind of power vacuum, power struggle kind of thing. I wonder who this street urchin is. I mean, obviously they're gonna play something of a role, right? I just don't know what. Oh. Oh, just straight up fell on her. Okay. Well, not anymore. Yeah, look at all those wanted posters back there.
Buzzing behind your eyes? Because you know in a moment they could all... Ooh.
Still just as insane as ever.
Yep, that's me. You ever need to curse a sibling or a family or a society?
Oh, man.
My card.
Oh, so they're not dead. Oh, no, he's dead. Good little intro to Jinx in here. My whiteboard came true.
Hired me to run the numbers, and ever since we've gone up against the other chem barons, the numbers are in the,
Shitter, you ever wonder why fat brains like you always wind up working for grunts like me?
No, never.
He reminds me of, this is going to be a
You
weird
only
comparison.
use half your head.
It's a very, very weird comparison, but this guy with just kind of the crazed look in his face and the mechanical arms and everything reminds me of if you ever played the old Crash Bandicoot games. There was a boss in there who worked for Dr. Cortex. His name was Dr. N. Jin. I'm sure I'm putting a picture of him up on the screen here. But that's just the immediate vibe I'm getting from him. Never the main villain, but always one of the main head lackeys, kind of, so to speak. And so he is engine until I get any kind of... He's just missing the rocket sticking out of his head. But other than that, demeanor, appearance, a little bit kind of reminds me of that. Just the first thing that came to mind.
I'll be the one smiling. Until I'm in
Yo, this
Zuko's
dude is
chair,
constantly
your
snorting.
only job is to make the numbers work.
I mean, I guess that's how it goes, though, right? Just that constant supply. Oh, I guess his hat does kind of look like a rocket sticking into his head a little bit, doesn't it?
The gray, all the way up here.
What?
The
Might make
gray.
our jobs a whole lot easier. Tree smog trapped under.
Also, I love that he has extendo
No more,
legs
no
to make him
less.
like just as tall as the humans.
You go on ahead.
Also, I love the bullet holes and the bite marks taken out of his ears. A lot you can tell from this fella from just a couple seconds of looking at him. This dude's dead as hell, isn't he? Oh, look at his eyes going. Yo, you're protecting the breathing, but you gotta have some kind of more than a monocle, my dude. Okay, so one point I didn't make last time, I didn't get to, is there's a shot that we see. I think I saw when this was in production. They've confirmed that Vander is still alive and is going to be the character who's known in League of Legends as Warwick. Is kind of a bestial kind of guy, and that was kind of be how they're doing Warwick in the show. But what I didn't notice is that Dr. Singed, towards the end of the show, they kind of show flashes of everybody where they're at and everything. You can kind of see like a big hulking like thing like in shadow that kind of like twitches or something that's in his laboratory. So just something I completely missed on my first watch through that I caught. And after seeing that other headline, I think I saw it about a year ago or something in development. I saw people talking about Warwick and Vander. And so I'm wondering, like, oh, is this our first glimpse? This wispy monster that's still lurking in the lanes. And I would be so sad because Vander was my favorite boy, and they did him so dirty. And if he is just completely like a demented monster, like, I don't know if I could take it.
I know you're all fantasizing about sawing each other's heads off, so I'm gonna get right to it. These turf
Sevika,
wars
yeah.
have to stop.
I've only defended my interests.
Playing coy doesn't suit you, love.
Is the
I
real
love their
enemy.
wildly
Us
different
killing
designs
each
for the
other is
factions.
playing right into their hands. Our best shot is to put aside these petty squabbles and join forces.
Is he dead? Why is he so quiet?
Haven't sniffed in about 10 seconds.
But I got a different solution. We give him Jinx.
We don't hand over our people.
Bird without a wing's just a funny-looking rat.
So she not get a replacement arm?
Struck a nerve, did I? Okay, I'll make you a deal. You
I love how
put a
janky
bow
his
on
arms
me
are, how they
before
kinda,
friends
like,
upstairs. I'll cut
move
you a
so
brand new
jerkily.
puncher, top of the line, all the fixins'. It's the last offer you're gonna get.
I kind of like this guy. I can tell he's a big piece of shit, but he's interesting and fun. I like him. Oh, was that part of her arm? Oh, what's fucked up is she, despite the fact that like Jinx is the cause of all her problems, killed Silco, is essentially the cause of everything that's going on by doing that. Sevika still won't turn her over.
And I'm still mopping up your messes.
Yeah.
Jeez, lady, you crazy? Talking to dead people.
Who does that?
About now, he'd have me all over the lanes, running his collections,
Building his weapons,
making his deals.
exploding his enemies.
But there's something about him that tied everything together, right?
The hell we supposed to do now?
She just playing with it? Yep.
Watch it all burn.
There's a title drop. Not in a song this time, except still might be in a song later, right?
What'd I tell you?
Oh, there's that kid again. Okay, so they weren't just a one-off.
Viktor.
Ooh.
Viktor.
Oh, just her. Does her consciousness live in it? In the hex core? Ugh. Well, it's not resisting him, at least. Now he's a beautiful butterfly, right? Now that he's out of his cocoon. Ooh. Jace!
Jace. Victor? My God.
What are you?
What am I?
Oh. Same question, different perspective.
You're alive.
Please, I'm still in so much pain. He like squeezes Jace and just accidentally like caves in his chest cavity.
You must be cold.
Probably doesn't feel anything.
No, I don't think so. I sense a charge, a potential. Unpleasant, but cold isn't its name.
Ooh, look at that. It looks like a portrait. Painting.
The hex core.
Victor, it saved you.
Was he gonna hate himself for it?
I was supposed to die. You promised to destroy the hex core.
Yeah.
No. Don't you see? Heimerdinger was wrong.
I don't think so.
Kill this guy, Jace. She had such dreams,
Poor girl. One of the most tragic things from the first season.
as did we once.
Yeah, and emotionally, he doesn't
going to
feel
resign
anything
from
either,
council.
right?
We'll make this right. Together.
I must say goodbye to this place now. To you. Our paths diverged long ago. It was affection that held us together.
Look at him. He looks like a priest, almost. A book and a staff.
Where are you going?
Goodbye, Jace.
He's probably off to find a way to die. And we do get to check in with Echo. Good.
It's all the fighting. We're gonna have capacity issues soon.
We're not turning people away.
By the way, I never said what my tea was. It is spiced chai. Hey, it's the boy. You know, even if all he does is make bubble machines this season, glad he's doing okay. Is that an effect of the gray
This is quite troubling.
they were talking about?
That tree means so much.
I have seen something of this nature before.
Hundreds of years ago. Oh, are we getting young Heimerdinger? Oh, that's interesting. If so. I mean, younger, anyway. Oh no, it's current Heimerdinger. He's just, for the first time in a while, he has purpose. So he appears more youthful.
Essentially own this place?
He's so fucking cute.
Brambleback has left the jungle.
Heimerdinger, that doesn't mean anything.
Realize code phrases don't work when you make them up on the spot.
It doesn't mean anything. Oh, this makes me happy anyway. Before all the pain and trauma starts, at least this makes me happy. Da 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 da. Freaking super spy Heimerdinger. Everything happens, he's just shh.
Professor, why are you breaking into my lab? And who's he?
This is my new pupil, Echo. Echo, my former pupil, Jace.
Interesting. They never met first season, did they?
We were attempting to sneak in.
Yeah, well, I heard you going shh every time you took a step, so it didn't quite work, buddy.
You drink tea, Echo?
More tea? Cheers, Echo. Cheers, Jace.
Right. It matches the corruption we saw on the plants we tested with the hex core, but where did you say you found this?
Deep in the underground.
Echo's home is a marvelous place. Truly a
Yo,
wonder-
shut. Shh! Heimerdinger. Shh! You said it yourself. Shh!
Did any of the plants survive?
They weren't what we were trying to save. But this
Oh yeah, that's right. Every plant died,
Happened
like
to be
immediately,
there
just crumbled to
and here.
dust. Oh, what the fuck is that?
Oh no.
Where's Viktor?
Just walking around down there. Is it bad that I heard a dog barking and thought it was my own for a second? I'm like, damn, Jupiter shouldn't be barking at this hour. This is also kind of mirroring Heimerdinger, who took a long... Oh, that guy again. Mirroring Heimerdinger taking his kind of sabbatical walk throughout the Undercity and everywhere, right? Whereas he... Oh... He's seeing things, guiding him where to go. Interesting. But Heimerdinger kind of, you know, someone who founded Piltover, founded the city, who should have been looked up to as someone. Hold on, I want to make the comparison real quick because I mentioned that. Oh, is that Teemo? My boy. I played one game of League of Legends and I kind of peeked around the cast and I saw the absolutely fucking cutest character I've ever seen in my life, Teemo. And I was gonna start off 2x1 by saying, like, I hope Teemo shows up. I don't know anything about them, but they're cute as fuck. And then in the scene where Silco sneaks into Marcus's home and is like playing with his daughter, one of the thugs is reading like a book and there's Teemo right there. And I'm like, oh, I guess he already made his appearance. But lo and behold, here looks like him again. But anyway, the point I was going to make, Heimerdinger, someone who founded Piltover, you know, hundreds of years of status and everything, right? Someone who should be looked up to, you know, despite his size, someone who should be looked up to as like a figure of respect and renown, right? Yet he made his lap around the city and the Undercity and all that kind of stuff and you know, was kind of looked at like, fuck off, who the fuck are you kind of thing, right? Whereas here now we're seeing Viktor, you know, with a staff in the book. Like I mentioned, he looked like a religious figure, like a priest or something. He's essentially making the same rounds. Maybe somebody will treat him differently by the end of this episode. Who knows? Just a little parallel I'm seeing between the two here. And especially because Heimerdinger was so concerned about the hex core and the effects of magic and how it could destroy everything. And now here is the literal embodiment of it. Just chilling, walking around. It's interesting. I like the time-lapse effect. Oh, she's putting together the boxing arcade game. With a bow on it if Vi ever comes back. Oh, or a gift for somebody else. Did she make Sevika a new arm from the boxing game? Ooh, the gray? Wonder if it's a person or just an effect. Or it could be Dr. Singed. We saw he had a canister of fart gas, right? Looks terrifying. Oh, many sets of eyes. Or no, that's just the squad coming down here. They're the cause of it? Don't shoot the arcade game, please. It's interesting. They're so close, Vi and Jinx, yet probably will not interact here. I say she's probably about to jump up and be like, "Hey, sister, miss me?" Except, you know, she can't really function in this environment. Ooh. I mean, I knew she wasn't going to do it, but it was still pretty tense. Just like Caitlyn in the last episode, Jinx had the shot, right? Oh, can she turn it on and the air conditioning kicks in? Oh no, just a distraction so she can get out. Vi's been here. She should know that these things just don't turn on by themselves, right?
Sorry, Commander.
What, were you expecting to find her that easy? Oh. That's new for her. Waste of a shot. She just like caves in her shoulder. Damn, look at her eyes. I can't even imagine how unpleasant that must be. And yeah, kind of the same reaction I had last time to the potential for Vi to join up with the Enforcers, right? Oh! Clothesline from hell. That's better. So much better than that fog cloud in the arcade. Oh, he fucking crawls like a spider.
They want you alive, but don't think
I love that he could just ratchet himself to be taller.
Draw back at you long-range types. I'm the kind of guy who likes to get in close.
Want to know the real kicker? You're the kind of guy who likes to get in close.
Yeah. Oh, Sevika. Yo, she about to pop off with just one arm. Made you something. Yeah. Oh, I thought she was just gonna like move her shoulder in the way it was just gonna fall into socket. Hell yeah, though. Yo, she's got slots in it. Oh, it's a joke. She just looks at her like, seriously? You gave me a fucking joke arm? Very jinxified. This fucking kid. Teach me how to kill, please. I love the pop music that they have in here, and like the kind of slower ballady kind of ones. But man, when they get hip hop going in here, yo, it is slots in the arm. That doesn't match, but okay. Oh, it's coming out of the arm, the speakers. That's so cool. No, still no. Yeah, you got to get the 777s, or at least some cherries. Yo, she gave her an RNG arm. That sucks, actually. Yeah, I don't need... Oh, fuck. She's like, I don't need the slots for that one. Damn. Get fucked.
There's a deal to be struck here.
You forget, Smeech? You already made your last offer.
Smeech?
Now.
Come on, show me the jackpot. Here we go. Yes. Oh, it's like a smile. Oh, we don't even get to see it. Well, they get to. Oh, shit! Fuck. Yo, the fireworks and the victory jingle. Oh, that was so much fun. Well, R.I.P. the fun guy.
You got that look in your eye again. What are you planning?
What, the shimmery look?
To finish what's left of my family.
Oh. Yeah, the betrayal, right? You spent your whole lives going against the Enforcers, and now she is one? Just exactly what I was saying last time, right? It's in the New Londo ruins. Oh, that's just a save point. A cutscene will play when you get there. Trust me, you don't want that smoke.
Careful not to scrape up the gear. Won't sell as well.
Oh man, I felt so bad for that guy in season 1. I still feel so bad for him, but like, this is not a fight you want, man.
Nothing personal, friend. We just got needs we can't ignore.
So much senseless pain.
Unless Viktor's about to just obliterate this guy. Or the hex core within him. That's not how I see this going, though. Yo, is he gonna heal his addiction or something? Oh! I don't know what's happening. I don't want to assume he's about to blow up. He might. What the fuck? Yo, there it is. The fractal's coming out of him. Did he absorb him, or is he... Oh, he's still there. Oh, he did fix him. But now... Oh, wow. Look at his arm. Well, I feel significantly less bad for him now, but also, like, I'm nervous as to what this means for him. Whether it's something that'll truly save him, or...
You need not suffer anymore.
Wow, he's legitimately being portrayed as a Christ-like figure here. Like, I'm just, like, awestruck at this. Like, the fact that this is... Oh, shit. Is that who he was seeing guiding him? Wow. The Church of Viktor. Not what I was expecting for his character. That's insane. Also, I really don't want to check the timeline. Is there more? Is that it? They debated me a couple times last episode. Okay. Oh, are we going to get one more look at what Singed is up to? The gray. It spreads like a cancer. Fangs, eyes. A still beating heart. Jesus Christ. Okay, now that's it. Okay, no more fake endings in this one. Let's see if I can real quick. Smeech. Lenny Citrano. Oh, Robbie Damon was whoever Scar is. I'm assuming it was one of the other kind of warlord kind of guys. Cool. Really good to see the other side, the other factions, what they're up to. Everything. That fight scene was so much fun. Some of the Jinx fight scenes were so much fun in season 1, and I'm glad that they're continuing that. Still finding new ways to put a smile on my face, right? Just the absurdity of the RNG slot machine mechanical arm is just... Who thinks of that kind of shit? I love it. It was so good. I love the designs of, like I said, all the warlords, kind of seeing them. Smeech especially. It's a shame that he just got completely ground to paste at the end of that fight. But you know what? Easy come, easy go, I guess. Can't have too much of a good thing in the show. Yeah, just I feel like it's hard to talk about this one just because like it was relatively self-explanatory as far as like the dialogue. Like I feel like there was not as much deeper meaning as far as like the stuff in the lanes, right? Between the warlords and stuff. We just saw a scuffle. We saw a scuffle get dealt with, and a guy blow up after a really fun fight scene. But all the Viktor stuff, man, I feel like there was enough downtime where I could kind of talk about it in the thing. But like, my man is literally like being portrayed as a Christ-like figure. Like I said, like you read the stories in the Bible about Jesus and the things that he did in his ministry. Didn't care who anyone was. Went to the lepers, the outcasts and everything, and healed them. Made their lives better. Constantly were shunning the rich. You know, as he walked away from Jace, he said, "My place isn't here." Consistently, you know, Jesus was saying, you know, essentially fuck off to like the Pharisees and all the religious leaders of the time. Just kind of went off doing his own thing, preaching his own sermons, healing the sick, you know, not caring for the downtrodden, basically. And, you know, we see this here. He said, "My place isn't here anymore." He left, being guided by, you know, a supernatural higher power, basically, to lead him to where he needed to go. And, you know, just like I said, with healing the lepers and everything, the people down there in the city. And then now, because of his miracles and the things that he's doing, the ministry that he's starting, basically, they're falling to their knees and essentially worshiping him. You know, this place that's been like addled by Shimmer and just the addiction, the everything down there, the destitution, you know, they need something. And immediately this guy comes in and gives them like everything that they could have ever asked for or need, like in an instant, without asking for anything in return. It's just, my biggest concern is, you know, with, you know, kind of Heimerdinger warning of the dangers of magic and the danger of the hex core and everything. What happens to these people when inevitably like the power like blossoms further and stuff and needs to consume more, or like, you know, could it take all these people with him, basically? You know, another biblical kind of reference here would be like the rapture, right? You know, when it's time for the magic to happen, all these people get taken with it, right? And then whatever big world destroying kind of force that it creates, you know, that's what it is. But I am super interested to see like how the Viktor storyline progresses. Like, yes, last episode is like, I want to see what happens, and now that we've seen what happens, I'm like, I want to see what happens. It's like the same thing. It's maybe the most compelling thing so far. Like, yes, we know it's gonna come down to like Jinx versus Vi, basically, them, you know, palling around in the lanes, doing their investigation, search, whatever you want to call it. Like, that's all fine and good. Like, I know it's gonna come down to a confrontation between the two sisters, and it's gonna be heart-wrenching. And but until we get to that point, it's like, I want to see what that Viktor do, though. Anyway, that's what I got. I don't think I have too much else to say. I think I did an okay job kind of explaining as I went throughout the episode. This one went faster than episode 1. I don't know if it's because episode 1 had a lot more like explicit like story setup, whereas this was a lot more explicit like stuff happening, new stuff to see, and kind of, whereas last episode was a lot of characters we've already known, are already familiar with. Aside from the introduction of the new recruits, there's a lot of Mel, a lot of Jace, a lot of council stuff. So here we got, all the warlords and stuff. And yes, there was a lot of Jinx and Sevika, but there's also a lot of Smeech and a lot of the, the guys with the numbers on their foreheads and all that kind of stuff to see and deal with and stuff like that. But I guess not anymore. But hey, I enjoyed this one. I'm terrified of the next episode, kind of end of Act 1 kind of trauma that I'm expecting to come. But, at the very least, like I said, we got a very, very fun fight scene to put a smile on my face. So what did you think of this episode? Let me know in a comment below, and please don't forget to leave a like on your way out. And hey, until next time, I'll catch you with the next episode of Arcane. Take it easy, everybody.